Hello, this is Dan with an inspirational message, and I want to talk about collaborations. I just came across something that was very interesting, and I want to share that with you. This is a very unique morning message, so please be patient. There's a lot going on in my head here. I'll try to sort it out for you to make it succinct. My point is that I have always done collaborations in my activism, even as a professional musician and also in producing media of various kinds. It's very fulfilling and very inspirational to collaborate with like-minded people in so many different ways, as I have done, and I'm sure many of you have as well. And we are always inspired when we see people working together for a particular goal, actually, that is hopeful and has good results, good outcome. We were excited, even though we don't agree with Trump 100% of the time. It was a breakthrough to see him with Kim Jong-un in North Korea, and the first time that anything had been done to try to connect with North Korea since the Korean War, right? That is an amazing achievement. It doesn't mean that we have to agree with Trump on every single position and everything he's done. There's certainly some horrible things, as Caleb has talked about himself. And I'm not endorsing Trump myself or for CPI or anybody. But that was an amazing moment of collaboration, showing to the world that we need unity. And that's what I think most people want. Okay. I've interviewed Jill Stein a couple of times, the Green Party, and wanting to reach out and see what is going on in her way of thinking. And that was in 2016, of course. But there are solutions. And, when people have solutions and you can talk about them, share that information with others, it shows that there's collaborations going on, where people are doing things together for hope, and for goals, that can accomplish something for the greater good. I don't know if you saw the Jimmy Dore live show from Los Angeles. It's on YouTube, and it was a panel show that he does, and it's not one that I attended, but it was with there was a Marxist guy and a MAGA guy in the audience, and there was a disruption in the show at one point with the two, shouting things. And I guess, to make a long story short, after all that, concluded, actually, and you can see it on camera, the Marxist guy came up to the MAGA guy, I think he was on the first row or the second row, and they actually hugged. They said something to each other, and then they hugged. So, you see, there is unity out there more than what, the mainstream media wants us to think. This video that I came across, LV Nation, thank you for making this video, and you literally just put it out on the internet shortly before I'm making this video. And here's another really hopeful thing. In an interview with Sir Elton John, again now, the interviewer is saying, he's talking about, Kim Jong-un is, Trump called him, the little rocket man. And this media interviewer is asking Elton John about Donald Trump, calling him little rocket man, right? And that he actually gave him a CD, and the interviewer was obviously expecting Elton John to have the predictable response of somebody, let's say, coming from the LGBTQ community, and he didn't. So I want to share that with you too, is that there's going to be surprises as we go forward. Believe me, I agree with Caleb. I'm ready for this election to be over. But when there are breakthroughs, when there are things that are not what we expected, it is refreshing and interesting. Like I say, I don't know anyone that I agree with 100%, not even myself, right? Because I'm always learning every day. That's important, that we not stagnate, that we learn and we be open, but also be ready to, be even sometimes, self-reflective or self-critical, and just focus on the ways we do have things in common. So let's watch this clip of first Elton John and then Trump with Kim Jong-un in North Korea.
I know that you're not a supporter of Donald Trump's. He loves your music. How did it feel when he took the lyrics to Rocket Man and he used it as a nickname for Kim Jong-un, and then he gave Kim Jong-un
I laughed. I thought it was brilliant. I just thought, good on you, Donald. I'm the Rocket Man. Yeah. Donald's always been a fan of mine, and he's been to my concerts many, many times. So, I mean, I've always been friendly towards him, and I thank him for his support. Yeah, when he did that, I just thought it was hilarious. It made me laugh.
He gave Kim one of your CDs and signed it. That was one of the books about him, because Kim, I guess, didn't know the song. So
what's that?
He gave Kim Jong-un the signed CD.
Yes.
Which
yeah.
He'd never heard of it.
I know, because he hasn't heard of me. Kim Jong-un. I'd be very surprised if he had. I've never toured North Korea, and I have no intention of doing so. But it was. I thought it was a light moment, and it was fun.
I've never expected to meet you at this place.
Little Rocket Man.